Hello. It is 3:15 on Thursday morning, and I'm still up. I have been up till 4 o'clock a.m. last few mornings, so I've kind of been sleeping during the day a little bit because it's too hot in the shop. And I've had a pretty bad time with my kiln and the temperatures and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to explain some of that after I'm finished showing you. I'm pretty pleased with the kiln load here. We've got some new colors. I think I'm going to start on the top shelf. This was supposed to be a neon orange, and it's flat, so I already can see that this color is not going to work on cone 6. It's just flat. I used 4 coats of blue rutile on this spoon rest. I am very, very pleased with this one. I think it has a very pretty effect to it. I was pretty sad when I looked at this bowl because I think it's quite beautiful. And as you see, there's a crack. I have no idea why I have a crack in this bowl, but I will be asking questions to see if I can get someone to tell me. It wasn't like this during the bisque firing, so there's something to do with the heat in the kiln or something, I don't know. But the color is the Opulence Glazes I was telling you about. This is the paprika with the eggshell over the top. And it's supposed to give a reduction look to the bowls, or to the pots that you put it on. So that's kind of a disappointment there, but I really love the color. It did give me the opportunity to see what it looked like. This is an Opulence Glaze as well. This is the Red Shimmer. And I find that this is a very beautiful color. I'll be buying this one again. But this is very, very expensive. It was like, I think it was $19 and something. Almost close to $20 for 16 ounces. Well, for a pint. My friend, who I was going to call her Chris. My friend Stacy Huckabee, I think is how you say it, or Huckabee, from Nashville. She has I think she said she rents a studio there. I stand to be corrected if that's not true, but she has a studio there at Mid-South Ceramic Supply, and she's the one that told me about the glazes. So I know I'm a glaze junkie, and I knew I was supposed to go with what I know, but I decided to take a chance. Yes, on some good stuff in here too. But I am very pleased. Stacy, y'all have some beautiful glazes. I will be ordering this one here in a dipping glaze for sure. Okay. Okay, this bowl here has the paprika, which is the Opulence Glaze in the bottom, and I came all the way up here, and I made a swirl in the bottom with gunmetal green, and then I put black over the rest of the bowl, and then used gunmetal green from the top on down just a little ways. And I was afraid that that gunmetal green was going to run, because it normally does, and so I didn't put very much on it, so you can just see the hint. Hopefully you can see it. You can see the hint on the sides here, but it ran really good here, these little drips. Anyway, tell me how you like this bowl, if you think this is ugly this way. If I should just stop doing this. I want to know if it appeals to anybody else. I like this. Anyway, the swirl's gone. There was evidently not enough gunmetal green to hold that little bit. And the rest of it's black on the back, which I like black too. Okay. Okay, I've removed the shelf so it can continue to cool off in the middle. I'm going to show you first these. I made 2 black mugs. This is the red brown. I think this is by Campbell's, the clay is. And I guess it just looks different on different clays, different bodies. I used the black and I was trying for the gunmetal green over the black. And you can see the hint of it in here. And you can see it a little bit on the outside. But I didn't really get the run that I wanted to, so I guess next time I'll just apply it a little thicker. As you can see, I kind of stopped right here, and like I said, it didn't run as good. And I bet if I was using my B-Mix, it would have ran all over the place, of course. Okay, but maybe it's because the black that I use is it's stable and it doesn't run. I think it keeps that gunmetal green from running. So you might want to keep that in mind if you're going to use gunmetal green. I'll sit that one right here because I'm going to pull the next one. Right here, this is another one. Gunmetal green. Over the black. Same clay body. Red brown. You can really see the specks. Get closer to Austin if you will. You can see the specks, I think. Maybe the camera will pick it up. And the clay body coming out here. See that stoneware. Okay. Okay, I know that you can look down at this kiln and see something that I'm probably pretty disappointed with, but it does have a unique look to it. This salsa bowl, I told you that I did this with a mixture of Chun Red and Really Red. Well, evidently, it does not like Cone 6. If you listen, it sounds like plastic. Okay, it must have cooked. So now I found out what was sizzling in my kiln. I asked a few people on Facebook what could be sounding like it was frying. Well, it was this glaze. So there again, like I said, it has a very unique look to it, considering this is B-Mix and it's not a speckled clay or anything. I don't know how it got brown like that. You know, sometimes glazes do some crazy things in the kiln. And I probably couldn't duplicate this if I wanted to, and not that I want to, but it's not really ugly. It's just, you know, I don't know, it looks like it was thrown in a fire. Anyway, it was not what I was going for, but I will not fire Chun Red again now in Cone 6 anymore. Anybody out there that's listening to me, if you try Chun Red, you're probably going to end up with bad results if you fire it past Cone 5. Good luck if you do. This is my third time, and this will be my last time to do it, like I said. That's fine. Okay, the next one is black with gunmetal green. This is for Kiln, my cousin in Indiana. If you remember the last video that I did a few small things for her in the kiln. I was supposed to glaze it, and I used a Chun Red, and it cooked out of the little ring dish that she had done, and I was very disappointed. I haven't heard from her since about it, but anyway, this is hers that she had wanted. She just told me to surprise her, and she picked a few colors, but black was one of them, and so I added gunmetal green in it. Don't you think that is very pretty? On the sides here, it didn't run as much. It barely put any on there, like I said. But that almost looks like water to me. But I'm happy with that. Okay, this is the spaghetti jar I made that was too short. This has the Opulence Red Shimmer. This was actually my first one, so the lid isn't perfect. But, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. This has like a, I don't know, this looks like it's pink, not red. It has kind of a hint of orange. If you look up here, there's an orange color here, an orange here. I am very, very pleased with this. So how about that? What y'all think? The colors are beautiful. So guess what? I guess I'll be ordering some more glazes. Finding some new favorites. This is a one of the cups that mugs that I'm trying to do with the leaves. I've been trying to perfect this, and I have a lady on Facebook that's been trying to help me, and she was telling me about how to get the leaves on the edges, keep from it looking like the clay body, because I've been waxing it and leaving white marks. You've probably seen some of those in videos, but I'm finally getting to where these look good. This mug was done with tuxedo black on the leaves, and I sponged it off, and I applied iron wash all over the cup, and I waxed the leaves, and I applied Opulence Red Shimmer to the cup. That was 2 coats, and I put eggshell on the rim. Here again, you can see the red shimmer looks kind of an orangish and a pink color here. Ooh, I just really love this color. Okay. This is another cup that I have been trying to perfect. You've seen a lot of my trees, and I've added the moon this time. This is supposed to be our emblem for South Carolina. Any Carolina girls out there? This was done with tuxedo on the tree. That's the black glaze, which was on the black cups. And I wiped it, and then I waxed it, and I applied 2 coats of Opulence Red Shimmer. Now this is where I didn't stain around. I should have stained the clay so it wouldn't have shown so much, but in this case I think that it's still filled in enough that it won't matter. I still like it. Wow, Red Shimmer is just beautiful. It's actually not red though, is it? It's definitely pink. Alright, that was a winner. Okay, I applied the iron wash all over the cup, wiped it, and I wiped it really, really good, but I left these to look kind of like they had red iron oxide on them, but it didn't really work. And I used a manganese wash, I think it was, on the leaves for the stems and for the veins. Okay, and then I waxed the leaf, and I applied 2 coats of Red Shimmer, which is the Opulence glaze, and then this is eggshell from Opulence over the top. Didn't run quite like I thought it was going to run, but I like it. I think that the 2 colors just blends so good together. This is a winner, I would say. Handle looks nice. Okay. Okay, I took this mug and I stained the leaf with iron wash all over the cup, and then like the other one, I wiped at it. I still left some of the wash on here, but it's there again. It's blended a little bit. That's fine. I went over the leaves with a copper wash then for the veins. Then I used up Robin's Egg, which is made by Mayco, and Mayco's Midnight Rain, the 2 colors. And this is the effect I got from both the colors together. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm kind of happy with my mugs tonight. For me to go with the colors that are brand new and never have tested them, and then this is a different temperature in my kiln, and firing it on medium speed, I'm just really surprised. So this is pretty. Okay, if you remember in the last kiln load I had a bunch of test strips I had done, and I was testing, well, I tested so many colors, and there were so many that came out ugly, but I decided that I liked this color, and I decided I was going to try and see if it would come out true to this. Well, I also want to ask you, have you ever thought about not using a color again because you thought that it just didn't work, or it wasn't really as pretty as what you thought it would be, and then you tested it with another color and it was really nice? Well, wasn't really sure about my red gold, although the last kiln mode had a nice 3-pound bowl that I had done, and I mixed it with gunmetal green, and it turned out pretty. Well, I decided to take this sample and see what I could get. So this is blue rutile, and this had red gold over the top. I'm going to show you the results. Doesn't really look exactly like the sample, but if you look here on the top, you have that purplish tint like you see up here. So I guess it does sort of look like it. The back, anyway. And it went on down into my chatter, and I was very surprised that it didn't go on into the foot, but it stopped. What a blessing that is. So this bowl here is, I find to be very pretty. Now look at the inside. To me that just looks like water. I was checking to see if I could find any cracks, and I don't see any cracks. And that was done on my B-Mix. Very, very pleased. So it does pay to use the test strips and test your glazes. But still, you never know if they're going to come out exactly like this or not. There again, there's the test strip and there's the bowl. Blue rutile, 4 coats of blue rutile with red gold over the top, and I'm sure I used at least two coats of red gold over it. Okay, this bowl here has 3 coats of red gold on it, and then I put gunmetal green over the top. As you can see, that ran together really nicely. And then on the back I have the red gold and barely any gunmetal green on it, just a little bit. And then I used a turquoise matte for the back. Well, I thought that looked kind of good together. Very different. And I used that eggshell, the Opulence eggshell on the bottom here, and it sealed my signature here. And I like that. At first it looked like it was going to cover it up, but it came out. I'm really pleased with this. Okay. Hobby Potter and I were talking about the robin's egg glazes that we both got. She got a different brand than I did. I told y'all about that in the last video. Well, this here has 2 coats of robin's egg all over it. This is like a matte finish. There's no shine whatsoever to it. Now I don't know if that's because this is a cone 5 and I took it to cone 6 and it just can't handle it or what. I'm going to find out. And if it is the case scenario where I fired it too high, I won't be using it in a cone 6 firing anymore. Although, believe it or not, there's some people who will like this flat color, who would prefer it this way. Almost looks like it's been wood fired. At least I think that. What you think? There's a little bit of gloss there, and then it's flat. Not really ugly, just very different, I guess, when you're messing with glossy glazes. Okay. Here's my trinket box, my very first one that I had ever made, and I should have came up a little more with the glaze than what I did, but I didn't. Does anybody out there know how to color this after the fact, or is it too late? But this is the Mayco's Midnight Rain, and there again it looks very matte looking. The robin's egg did it, and now I see the Midnight Rain has very little coloring on the back here where the chattering is. It really grab, not like I thought. The top looks pretty good. Anyway, so I mean, it's not ugly, it's just, like I said, they're matte looking colors. Okay. Okay, here's my first vase that I'd ever made, and I used the Mayco's Robin's Egg on it, 2 coats. And evidently that this is the way it's supposed to fire. It's a matte color. It's not glossy except for the, I call these crystals. So that's the effect. That's what Robin's Egg looks like. Here again, I'm not saying it's ugly, it's just very different. Okay. Okay, this is the Opulence Red Shimmer, 2 coats with eggshell over the top, which was 2 coats as well, and it did not run. I don't know how many coats that I need to put on here for it to run. Well, next time I guess I can come down further. You know, about the time I think that, you know what's going to happen. It's going to end up on my foot. Okay. Really like this one too. Considering the other one cracked. Okay, on this one, I took Mayco's Midnight Rain and did a the dog scared you, didn't it? Okay, I used Mayco's Midnight Rain and put a swirl in it and waxed it and went over that with Mayco's Robin's Egg. That's why it's matte looking here. And came on up with it, and I used the Opulence Paprika from here all the way down. And then I used eggshell on the top over the paprika, and then I used the turquoise on the bottom. Okay, it's a real funky looking bowl. My son said he likes it. You say you like it, Austin? Ah, really? Okay.
I like the bottom of it.
You'd eat out of it though, wouldn't you?
Yeah?
Yeah, I know you would. Big salad, huh? Okay, this bowl was covered with iron luster. And it's a Potter's Choice glaze. And then on the back I used Coyote's matte turquoise. This is kind of funky looking too, but it's a shiny. The iron luster is a shiny color, and this is a matte color. I still kind of like this. You know, to each his own. Okay. And here's my first wine cup. The one I said looked kind of weird inside here. This is the Red Shimmer. It's 2 coats. That'll give you a good idea what it looks like on red brown. I like this. Too heavy, but I like it. Okay, this one was done on B-Mix. This is the Robin's Egg. And it's weird how it breaks on the top here. It's shiny, but the rest is matte. I guess it's okay. Well, this is the Opulence Paprika here on the bottom. And inside, that's what that looks like. And then I used the Opulence eggshell over the top here. The eggshell's also on the top here. And then I used an underglaze for the frog.
He's staring at me.
This does not look so great. The colors didn't run, but
Your frog
it'll do. Maybe somebody will like him.
Your frog is creeping me out.
He's freaking you out? Why?
He's creeping me out. Keep
Why?
staring at me.
This is 2 coats of black. This is B-Mix. And I used a turquoise on the bottom. I thought black and turquoise would look great together. It looks alright. I like the black bowls though. Oh yeah. This is This was a new clay that I used. I was trying out, and it has the grog in it. I was trying to figure out why I feel these specks in it like this, but it has grog in this. And I can't remember the name of it at this moment. And this is Mayco's Midnight Rain on this small vase. Y'all see how pretty that one is? And it's down on the bottom where it's really hot. I think the robin's egg was just a matte color. I'm very pleased with this. I think it turned out really well. Okay, inside of my casserole dish, this was my first thrown casserole dish, and the only one that I have made so far. It has tuxedo black inside, and then it has Mayco's Midnight Rain, which I think this turned out real pretty. My son said the lid doesn't fit, and it should have been sitting up high, obviously, but I threw it with the lip inside too much. So now I had to, you actually have to turn it, actually put it in like this to get it in there. And it is wobbly. But hey, now let me see if I can fix it so it looks right on here. Would you ever really would have known that if I hadn't have told you? Okay, so it's mine anyway. I'm not expecting someone else to want it. I was going to keep this first one anyway, so I'll use it for something. And, so now you know what Midnight Rain looks like, and it is very pretty. Okay, and I'm going to set this down. We're going to talk about the cones in a minute. Okay, I just want to do a summary on my cones. The last firing I did, remember it was cone 5, cone 6, cone 7, and it was getting pretty hot in the kiln. This was the top shelf, the middle shelf, and then the very bottom of the kiln here, and I was getting a full, probably 7.5, somebody said, in the bottom. Well, I called the scut dealer, the scut tech, and he helped me to reprogram my kiln for cone 6 at a lower temperature. And this time I fired, like I said, 8 hours and 29 minutes on medium. Everything turns out good, looks good. It should have fired to 2232 degrees, but it only got up to 2192 degrees. And I want you to look at the cones, 5, 6, and 7. Top shelf here, 5, 6, and 7 on the middle shelf, and 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom shelf. So I'm still getting a cone 7 on the bottom. I'm just going to leave it alone. There's a possibility that some of the elements could be going out. Already got some prices on that, and I'm not going to replace them right this minute unless I really start to have some severe problems. But so far, as you can see in the kiln, everything turned out, pretty much like it's supposed to. There's just a few colors, like the Chun Red, I won't be using, at a cone 6 anymore. So here's my, get a picture of all of it. Here's a picture of all the pots that I got out of the kiln. Very colorful, thanks to the Red Shimmer. And I don't know, I still like this bowl again. I was glad I did the tester, and I actually tried to get the color. Love my mugs as well. So, aren't y'all so happy for me out there? Thank you, because I can hear y'all applauding. Because y'all been through all the anguish I've had past few months trying to get my kiln right. And I just thank y'all so much for all the comments that you've made and all the encouragement that you've given me. And Peggy, I appreciate the help so much with my mug. I won't call your full name, but you know who you are. I think I'm finally getting them, at least close to what I wanted them to look like. So, thank you so much. Thank all of you for watching. And leave a comment for me now and let me know what you think. All of this will be for sale. I'll be getting the sizes together, as well as putting them on Etsy if anybody's interested in purchasing. I'm going to start selling my stuff there. So, alright, until next time, thank y'all for watching.